This is where it starts to get interesting. I can do any number of things here. For example, if someone presses the power button on the front of the AVR to turn it off, I could put in a system function to turn off the activity in the room. So I could basically create a physical all-off button on the front of my receiver using a simple script. It's just one line of code after the statement. For now, we're actually just going to store the value of the variable. So we're going to take this value, we're going to stick it in a variable that we can inspect later. And this will help us confirm that we're actually getting input. So I'm going to save now the port script, and that will restart the port listener for us. All right. Now to see if our serial port listener is working, let's test the power on command again. I could do this anywhere in the application. I could open up the iPhone and tap the power on button, but we're already on the setup page, and there's some debugging tools here. So let's go ahead and open the power on command script for editing. So here we are back at the power on script, and let's take a look down the bottom of this debugging section. And again, we're going to talk more about debugging next week, but just a basic intro here. There's a list control here called state variables, and right now it's empty. But if we press the test script button, we should send the power on command, and then the AVR should respond, which would then update our power state variable as according to the port listener script changes we just made. So let's see if that works. So we test it, and we see you may actually have to click on the refresh button to update your state variable list. But if you do that, you'll see that there's something now in this list. I click down, it's power, and the value is on. So that's good. So let's close this window and go back, and we'll test the power off command. So once again, we hit the test script button and refresh the variable list, and now when we select power from the list, it's off. Okay, so that was a pretty simple example, but it took a little bit of experimentation to get everything working correctly. And the challenge with serial port scripting is that we don't really have visibility to what's happening inside the RedEye. There's no monitor so you can see what's happening. So just again, a couple thoughts on serial port debugging. So one of the best ways to test these protocols is not using the RedEye up front. It's to connect up to a PC, and that gives you visibility, gives you a monitor. So I like to do this a couple different ways. First, I connect my computer to the AVR, and I confirm that I understand there are 232 protocol for that device. So I'm typing commands into my PC, I'm seeing it change, turn on or off the receiver, and I see the response back from the receiver. Then I know I understood the documentation. Then I connect RedEye Pro to my computer, and I create my commands, and I make sure that